I guess we've arrived at Big Basin Redwoods State Park. There it is. And took us about 30 minutes from where we live to arrive. So I'm here at the park, Big Basin. And look at these nice redwood trees. I think they've been hollowed out by fires. We had a fire here recently, like 5-6 years ago. Can't really remember how long ago. But if you see, you can tell they've been damaged. It's got that fire damage, but they are still living. You see that? It's been hollowed out by the fire. Recent Santa Cruz Mountains fires. But these trees are majestic. They're my favorite trees. The coastal redwood trees. Look at how far up they go. Oh my God. Whoa. Big one. These are old growth, more than likely. There's my car over there. So this is where the old growth redwood trees are situated, here at Big Basin and then further up north. Nice. So here I am. So I guess, wildlife can, this hollowed out tree can turn into a wildlife home, maybe like a bat and stuff like that. But wow, look at how beautiful these trees are. Look at how far up they go. Here I am hogging this nice ancient redwood. No, there it is. Love you guys. I just can't help it but to stop and admire it. Every old growth redwood, coastal or coast redwood. I just call them redwoods. But look at that. My goodness, how beautiful these trees are. Look at the diameter on this one. These are old growth. And of course we have the second growth as well. But yeah. All over the park you can see remnants of the most recent Santa Cruz Mountains fire. And you can see fallen trees as well. Here's the sun rising. Look, you can tell these redwoods have been affected by the fire as well. So these redwood trees have survived the most recent fire. This is the aftermath here at Big Basin State Park. Fallen trees, burnt bark. On the floor, you can see the branches and bark. Here we are once again at Big Basin. Found another old growth. that's been affected by the fire, unfortunately. All the trees here seem to have survived the most recent fire, but as you can tell by looking at the bark of the tree. And yeah, I've noticed that all the park has most recently been through a fire, like a fire that occurred, how many years ago? I forgot, 5, 6 years ago. I would have to double check online. But yeah, this is how the aftermath looks. And look at the sheer size of these ancient redwood trees. And more than likely, the top of this tree has been broken. But here it still stands. More old growth here. And of course, you can see where the fire struck. And we're gonna hug the tree and say we loved you. Wow, look at this. The fires, these trees have been affected by the most recent fires. Look how that tree, the top of it was toppled. You see that? Its top fell. But look at how impressive it looks, even though it's been damaged by fire and the top has fallen. And here we can even observe a fallen redwood. You can observe these throughout the park so far. Look at this beautiful redwood. Even though it's dead now and it has burnt bark, still looks impressive. But look, wow, look at this. So nice. Okay, let's keep going. Just wanted to stop and take a quick video. Check these out. These look pretty cool, these tents. Fallen trees or redwoods everywhere here at Big Basin. And have this pretty bench made out of redwood. Nice idea. Didn't plan on coming here today. It just kind of happens for the moment, so we're not going to be here too long. It's $10 parking, no cash accepted. Oh, look at this. They built a bridge out of redwood. The handrails are made out of redwood, everything. And here we have some sort of creek. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like a creek. Oh my god, look at that. More fallen redwood in the creek. Only at Big Basin can you observe this. Area closed. This area is closed. And look here, you can actually see another fallen redwood. The inside of a redwood tree. It's not that hollowed out. Wow. No growth. Toppled to the floor. It's dead. Whoa. I've never seen so many toppled redwood trees. Old growth. Here's another one. Unfortunately, these are dead now, but according to history, the Native Americans would use these fallen trees to make their homes and canoes and stuff like that. Wow, look at that. I get dizzy when I look up at the old growth redwoods. It's so big. It just makes you dizzy. You're like, whoa. Look at this. An old growth has fallen. I don't know how long ago did it fall. I don't know if it fell during the fire. But yeah. Definitely an old growth. You can just tell by looking at it. Let's look at try to look at the inside of it. Okay, it hasn't been hollowed out. But that's how it looks. Okay, Doug. So all over the park at Big Basin Park, you can observe fallen old growth redwood trees. Here's another example. The rings, I guess the annual rings they call them, I think, represent I guess 1 year of its life. So I can't really count all the years this tree has lived, but looks like it's an old growth. That's dead now. And looks like some kids have been tagging or trying to write. Oh, let me move out of the way. There's another. Please. Okay, go ahead. So here, once again, we have a hollowed out tree. Let's get closer to it. Wow, look, this is like literally a home now for wildlife, I'm sure. I'm not gonna go in there, but see right here, you can see our poor old growth redwood here was burnt by the fire, but survived. Now it's a hollowed out tree. Okay, let's continue. And this is our first banana slug. And here they are a big part of the ecosystem here. First banana slug. when you see these, you gotta make sure you don't step on them and don't bother them. You can pick them up and treat them with TLC, but always put them back down with care. Yep. All over the park, you see where the old growth redwoods have fallen, and it looks like somebody had to sod this part of the tree off so the trail can stay open. See that? Oh yeah. So we've been walking for like 30 minutes now or so, maybe less, looking for old growth. It looks like we have second growth and old growth. In case you were wondering how a big redwood grows, it grows from this cone here. This eventually becomes a seed, but this is how it looks. How small, look at how small it is. And here's a smaller one. The year 2020 came and lightning supposedly, or thunder, supposedly struck one of the trees here and caused a fire. And this is the aftermath. As you can see, an old growth redwood, which I will stand on right now. You can see my shadow. And there's a tree, the old growth. Dead. Finito. So apparently the trail I'm on, there is a bee nest in the area. Proceed with caution. Okay, hopefully we don't get attacked by these bees. Oh my God. So we're at Big Basin, Redwood State Park, the oldest state park in California, they say. And it's in the middle of the Santa Cruz Mountains. And look, nice warm day, the sun is up. It's a good day to be out here, but as you can see, you can tell that the trees were affected by the recent fire, the 2020 fire. So all around the park, this is what you see. You see fallen trees that are dead and damaged trees like these that are missing their tops. Speaking of a fallen tree, look what we have over here. Another one, another old growth, a lot of old growth. Redwoods have passed on. I don't know if it's thanks to the fire, recent fire, or something else. So if you're coming over to Big Basin, Redwood State Park, expect to see fallen redwoods everywhere. So like this one, for example, and that one over there, that's only a few. The whole trail is like that. Unfortunately, here we go once again, just fallen redwoods everywhere along the park. Check this out. And once again, more old growth. Oh my God, look at, you're seeing the bottom of a old growth redwood right now. Wow. This is, and there it is. I just entered Big Basin State Park, which is California's oldest park. And it's one of the only places in the world that still has the old growth redwoods. And when you come in, some of the best trees, you can observe them. Look at how big, how massive these guys are. Oh, he goes all the way up. Should we get closer? Let's get closer. Surrounded by old growth redwoods. You can literally miss them when you're coming in because they're so big you don't really notice them unless you're paying attention. But look at how big they go. Look at how beautiful this majestic old growth looks. Oh my God, this is a double trunk. Double trunk, look at it. Look at that, how big it is. Let's zoom in. Oh my God. Whoa, look at how big these guys are. Whoa, you can easily miss them if you're not paying attention. So I'm at the entrance of the oldest state park in California, Big Basin Redwood State Park. Look at how big these redwoods are, the tallest trees in the world. These one of the only ones that remain 95% or even higher have been wiped out by commercial logging and fires and stuff like that. Wow, look at how big. My goodness. Old growth redwood, also known as coast redwood or coastal redwood. Oh my God, these are big. This is a double trunk, as you can tell. Look at the double trunk. Wow. Oops. This one's hollowed out. From right here, you can tell the fire hollowed it out. You can tell. But it goes all the way down there. I'm kind of nervous standing right here, to be honest. Let me move. I feel it's hollowed out thanks to the fires. Oops. Sorry, tree. But so, and there's damage done by storms and fires, and you know. But we got to get back. It's kind of hollowed out from over there, from the bottom. I don't know if that's the top. Might be the top. All right, we're gonna go back. We're going over the creek. This is like the most exciting thing I've done in a long time. Going over the creek. It feels good. Get like an adrenaline rush. I was looking for that adrenaline rush. And then just jump over to here.